My name is Juan Pablo Chain. It's very nice being here today. Thanks for joining us. I'm the business development manager for the United States from WINA. WINA, as you know, it's a software company. We are software creators. And today we're going to talk with Javier Romero. Javier Romero is our service manager. He has one of some of the most interesting projects that we have here, and he's one of our rock stars. I'm sorry that he has to listen to this, because after this, it's me that has to be joining him in different reunions, but meetings are for that, whatever. So thank you everyone for being here. The idea today is to talk about how to build an agile dedicated team and the ramp up and the challenges that implies. So first of all, then Javi, please introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit more about you, your family, your career, and the amazing things you're doing right now with us.
Sure. Well, hello everybody. My name is Javier Romero. Some people call me Javi. It depends if they like me or not. And I'm delighted to join you guys today at this coffee talk with my good friend Juan Pablo. A bit about myself: I'm an industrial engineer. I've graduated about 17 or 18 years ago. And right now I'm a software project manager within WINA. I've been in this position for the last couple of years. My background is in project and operation management in various face-to-face positions with customers. And as Juan Pablo mentioned, I've been supporting our projects abroad, and it's been nothing less but a great journey within WINA. So that being said, I also a bit about myself. I enjoy football. I have a 2-year-old daughter. Loves to watch.
That's an adventure, of course.
Yeah, and she keeps me on my tiptoes. So that's a bit about myself.
Okay, well then we're going to take you from there to all the way in. What is an agile dedicated team?
Okay, so I'll talk about my personal perception of an agile dedicated team. I think it's in one word: flexibility. Once you have agile methodology interiorized, it kind of becomes a lifestyle. A bit of what I was mentioning is I'm a father of a 2-year-old daughter, so agility needs to live with me, because otherwise it'll just drive you crazy. But going on a bit more deep in the path, I mean, agile is collaborative way of working. It's synergy, it's adaptive planning, it's evolutionary development, it's early deliveries, it's continual improvement. There are many ways I see agile in our life to life and how I see it within the company.
Okay, I'm going to repeat my question, because I want you to tell me with one phrase, what is for the client an agile dedicated team?
An agile dedicated team is just a flexible team that understands customer needs, and we adapt very fast to that.
Okay, that's great. Okay, now we are entering in my the part that I like more. What are the challenges that you have been finding along the way?
Of course. Well, you've been my partner in many of the challenges that we face as we work closely together. But we can say, and to be completely honest, the industry right now is facing a lot of challenges. One is the market itself, to find collaborators that match the technical qualification and also their personality and fit for every specific project, because every project is unique. Every project has their different types of technical needs and soft skill needs. And that's probably one of the challenges that us and the industry faces. there's a good thing that we have an extraordinary recruiting team that helped us, and it's pretty much aligned with the business needs.
So
Let's see.
let me
Go
let me
ahead.
see if I understand here. Then one of the main things that we help the clients, our partners, with is finding not only the right guys from a technical point of view, but also from more a soft point of view, making the match that is really going to be working with the team that is already made up and what the clients need, the culture and all that.
Yeah, of course. I mean, although we have some projects that we work with artificial intelligence, we are not completely there. So we heavily rely on people, on collaborators, and that's the biggest value that we have as a company, right? So being able to match technical expertise with soft skills in a multicultural environment, that is the key to success.
Absolutely. Okay. What other challenge do you find around?
Another challenge that I would say is in this globalized environment that we worked in, and having everybody collaborate throughout the world, communication is one of the biggest challenges that they usually happen in a project. And you can see it all over the world. I mean, whether it's a specific project, whether it's on a day-to-day basis, whether it's news, communication is a key factor. It could drive the project to success, or it can make it fail.
Okay, so the cultural fit is very important, and we work a lot around that. The time zone, of course, you mentioned finding the right people for the right position, not only from a tech point of view, but also from a soft point of view is not the same. That those that needs to understand and learn, that those that need to lead the team. What's the best, your ideal roadmap for the ramp up of a team?
Well, the ideal roadmap, I believe, is a bit of what we've been working on and how we are doing it. I believe that we have now worked around a solid prep work, or we could call it business readiness plan, to make sure that once we kickstart a project, we usually go through all or try to resolve the typical hurdles that we may have in a project once it commences, right? Because whether it's access to systems, environment setups, code review and analysis, configuration, and all that. So once we start or before we start building the team, we want to get to know the customer. We want to get to know their expectations. We want to get to know the product a bit more, because you grow fond with the project itself, right? And once we have that prep work, we usually go with a very strong technical squad, right? Or we use a software manager, we use one senior developer. Depending on the project and the customer needs, we usually go with one or two semi-senior developers, or maybe one semi-senior and one junior, functional analyst, QA. I mean, it depends. It's a variety of a configuration, but it also goes deeply aligned on the customer needs. So
in this way, then what we know is that we can provide, like, to start with an agile dedicated team from scratch in about, let's say, 5 to 6 weeks, where you will have the service manager and maybe 1 or 2 senior guys, and maybe a semi-senior or 2 semi-seniors to start, and from there ramp up to, let's say, 5, 6, 8 guys, not much more than that, to keep it agile. Yeah. In that way, while you are building up the team, I was thinking while you were talking, what about the governance? What about how we communicate with the client?
Okay, so let me go back a bit and to the team, because as you mentioned, we tailor custom our teams to our future partner needs, right? So the sweet spot, as you mentioned, is about 7 or 8 within the team integration, and it varies between project to project. But yes, I mean, in my personal experience, it has taken us between 5 to 6 weeks to get this solid team get together and start collaborating with our partners in that short time frame. And then when we start to ramp up, it's just a couple of months. Well, whether we have a clear vision of the horizon of the project, or as the product grows mature, we know exactly from our initial experience, we know exactly how to make the team run and grow, right? So when we talk about communications, as I mentioned, communication is one of the keys. It's one of the biggest challenges. It's probably what makes the project grow or fail. And we do have set a governance in communication. So on a day-to-day basis, it's like, let's say, like a project level team, when you have our developers, our technical managers, and our software project managers on a day-to-day basis communications. Then there's an upper level that could be called like a steering committee, where we steer the project in order to keep it aligned on both sides' expectations. And then there's a higher level, that's an executive level, where you yourself participate, as well as our co-founders, where we set a specific cadence regarding the customer or the project needs, where it's a more holistic view of the project development and future developments, and way to collaborate with our partners.
Okay, that's great. And another thing to add there, and given that we are starting to be next to the end, I think that's very aligned with Wene, and Wene means in Mapuche language, great friends. And what we try to build with our partners, it's to be there, to be connected, to be with them, not only during the dailies or the weeklies or the bi-weeklies, or even in these meetings that we have in the 3 levels that you already mentioned, but also we visit our clients, we invite them to visit in Chile or in Argentina, where we have our service delivery offices, so that we can mingle together, yeah?
Yeah, and specifically, I mean, an example of that is you yourself. I mean, you frequently visit our customers all over the world. I mean, that's a good experience, right? If I may, just tell us a bit about that yourself.
Yeah, well, I've been there like 1 month ago, 3 weeks ago, and I'm going to be again in about 2 months. But let me share with everyone and with you, Javi, the poll that we had. And the question in the poll was, which is your main worry about market and employee turnover? And the winner there is not having a stable team. Then some people choose losing the learning curve and not reaching the company's goals. Regarding this, and we now need to end our conversation, but I really think that with an agile dedicated team, one of the things that we tackle for sure is not losing the learning curve, and having a stable team is very important. And that's why we have our service manager and the technical leaders that are working all the time, even if we have some people leaving the team.
Yeah, if I may, Juan Pablo, and I know that we are a bit over our hour. From my personal experience within Wene, I mean, although we don't escape that possible challenge that we may face, I mean, we are a very team-focused organization. I think that our leaders set up an environment where our employees can feel empowered and have a sense of belonging. And that is probably an anchor that helps us navigate through these situations. I mean, I can honestly say from my personal experience, I've never felt alone at any step of the way within WINEA. And that's something that most of our collaborators feel that's very valuable.
Okay, before leaving and saying goodbye and thanks to everyone, we have one question. That question is how to decide which agile methodology to use, Kanban, Scrum, XP, etc. It's all yours, Javi, it's not mine.
All right. Well, that's interesting. I mean, it will depend on customer needs, on the project needs, on how much defined or granularity we have about the project and the expected backlog that we have. It will matter also the size of the team and if we count or not with a specific time frame or delivery dates. For
I think
personal
that,
experience.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No. I mean, I think that this is something that we can keep for the next WINEA Coffee Talk, given that I think we have a lot of things to talk around there. It's not the same as you mentioned if you have to develop a new application from scratch or maintenance or so. I think that's something to keep working on. And another question is, which are the roles that you used to include in an agile team? And with this, we're going to end today WINEA Coffee Talk because we are 2 minutes over.
Yeah,
you know.
What we need to ramp up is these coffee talk time and extend them a bit more.
Not that much. So
but
get back to Laura's question. So thank you very much, Laura and Francisco. Which are the roles that you used to include in an agile team?
In an agile team, we have a technical manager. It's kind of the core of the agile team. We also strongly rely on our development team and functional analysts and QA. I mean, it will vary between every project, but that for me is the ideal agile team. To me,
and of course, the service manager.
Yes, of course.
Because if we don't have service manager, we don't have Javier in the team.
Yeah, I'm everywhere, man. I'm everywhere.
I know. Well, then, I know you love talking, but I have to say goodbye. Thank you very much for being here with us. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, Juan Pablo, for inviting me. Thanks, everybody, for participating. It's been nothing less than a pleasure.